Good morning, gamer. What's going on? I'm Red K.
I'm the loneliest wolf by choice.
And I'm slightly jet lagged, so excuse my. I feel like I always have sleepy eyes on cam though. Like even if I'm like,
you're getting old, so I mean,
maybe I'll be the one. I'll get faster and stronger, and the older I get and younger, or maybe
you got to kill your other versions of you, and you know how much you like you. So
I mean, yeah, but the me that's me, or the me that's them that's me.
Oh God, we're gonna get into a weird rabbit hole. What's the news for today?
I'm gonna stop right now. So we all know that Microsoft bought Bethesda Games, or ZeniMax, should I say, for like what, $7 billion, something like that.
Something ridiculous.
Something more than what Star Wars was bought from Disney by. You know what I'm saying?
Which is just.
I think like on Friday we talked about the story that we got 20 Bethesda games. Some of them that already were in Microsoft's catalog already, but they're all in Game Pass right now. And that's cool for everybody who likes Bethesda games, but there's been a lot of hate online. So, okay, this is why I need the Loneliest Wolf's help, because like I am a Bethesda fan, but I'm not really I'm a recent fan, should I say, you know what I mean? I like Dishonored, I play the Wolfenstein games, but I'm not like, I haven't really dug my teeth into all the MMOs that they have and stuff like that, Elder Scrolls titles and stuff like that, right? I believe that you have.
Not really. I've played some of the older Elder Scrolls stuff, but I never played the MMO stuff.
Did you play the Fallouts? You played the Fallouts, though, right?
I played since 3. I haven't played the original stuff, like the point and click ones. Yeah. I have not played those. I've heard a lot. I know basically how their story goes, and I know how everything goes about them. But I haven't actually played them. I think I have them on my Steam account.
Yeah, there probably was a sale. You got them all for like 3 cents, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But people are saying online, they're like, "Yo, Xbox should have Bethesda because their games pretty much suck anyway."
That's
now I knew that Fallout 76 there was an issue, but I've never heard outright. I've always heard the opposite, that but maybe it's coming from Bethesda fans, but I've always heard that their games don't suck. I don't know.
Okay. Well, when it comes to a lot of the Bethesda games, they are generally released like buggy and stuff, right? Right? They have some kind of stuff that they either refuse to patch out, and then somebody comes up, like a fan or somebody comes up behind them and like patches the stuff out, or they take a very, very long time to patch the stuff out, right? Mm-hmm. There are other companies that are under Bethesda that do great work, like id Software does, like Doom and Rage and stuff like that. Their shooters are solid, right? I can't say Bethesda as a whole is bad, but I can say that they do have some titles that are kind of like,
but being that Bethesda and those up, like this is one of the games right there, the game with the space black stuff,
Prey,
yeah, a lot of people are gonna be playing Prey now, and the original Prey is gonna be on there, and the Wolfensteins and stuff like that, and the id Software and stuff like that. Those games are pretty rock solid though, right?
Yeah, Wolfenstein was really good. Was it the New Doom? Order and New Colossus were good. Doom is great. Prey was actually a lot of fun. I was actually surprised how good Prey was.
Even I got into Prey. Remember that I was playing it for a long time before it got off of, made me buy it, and then they bought Bethesda. Very, very nice. Very nice.
And it's like, now we own it, so here you go for free again. And you're like, I just bought the game. But when it comes to a lot of their other like the Bethesda like mainstays, like the Elder Scrolls series and Fallout, they're not so great. And a lot of the times it seems like they don't even really improve much with their engine. They just kind of
their engine hasn't
the engine over.
Their engine hasn't been overhauled in like years.
Yeah, very, very long time.
Like the generation ends, but they're like, nah, you know what? We like this. So how it's like, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people have issues with that per se. But some of the, like I said, some of the other like in-house studios are fine. Like they do well.
To say that it sucks though, I think might be a little bit of a stretch. There might be a little bit of console elitists or PS5 or PC people being like, yeah, those games suck anyway. So whatever, you're Xbox now, whatever.
I think you're right. Some of it is that, but some of it actually is just like your games aren't like running well. That's like if they like if let's say PlayStation bought Ubisoft or whatever like that. Let's just shoot something random out there, right? Ubisoft is not great with fine tuning their games either. Like a lot of their games come out.
Their
like
games suck.
That's all in or that's all subjective, right? So like
I would say
Fallout. There's some people who believe like Fallout is like the greatest gift to the world, and there's others who are like Fallout's all right. So I mean that's kind of subjective in itself.
I mean, I would say that like there's some Assassin's Creed that didn't hit, but I wouldn't say that the series as a total is a bomb. You know what I mean?
Well, I can't say the same thing about Fallout. I can't say the same thing about Skyrim, excuse me, good lord, Elder Scrolls as well.
I mean, it's similar.
No. Like the idea is just like they're not bad games, but they do have a lot of issues and a lot of bugs that should be addressed and fixed before they release the game.
Well, maybe that'll change with Xbox's help because they are going back and fixing a lot of games that are already in development or have been in development. 5 games from the publisher Bethesda Softworks now support Microsoft PS Boost mode, the technology that increases frame rates for the games running on Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, nearly doubling their original frame rates. Those titles are Dishonored Infinite, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, so they figured out how to sell Skyrim once again. Fallout 4, Fallout 76, and Prey as of right now. Microsoft announced FPS Boost support for those 5 games today, actually. And it's a way, I think, for one, people want to go back and play those games and they want to play them at higher resolutions, higher frame rates, things like that. But a way of technology sharing so that maybe some of these things can be addressed in future games by seeing what their history of gaming is doing. I don't know what you think about that.
I would like to see how well it runs. I would like to see more stability out of some of the titles. Some of the titles don't really need that much stability, but I mean, it'll be good to see them running at like a
Morrowind running at 144 and
that's going to be
60.
weird.
Yeah, right.
But games running like at a cleaner FPS and running smooth at a smoother FPS, I think would be really, really good.
Especially for those who are not PC initiated. They're not gonna know what they've never seen these specs before.
Seeing how the next generation of consoles is going to be a lot more power. This generation of consoles is going to be powerful, and we still don't have a grasp of how powerful
this generation actually will be.
It's going to be interesting seeing if this really is something that'll like boost performance in the games, or if it's just something they're testing out to see what they can do to boost performance in games. I mean, it's going to be interesting just to see it in general.
Yeah, so we got more future of games coming out. Square Enix is having an event, I believe it's going to be this week, Thursday, I want to say. Thursday, March the 18th. And we're going to be having, of course, a bunch. I'm actually really excited because I think that the new Final Fantasy that they showed during the PlayStation event, which is not an exclusive. We thought it was exclusive. It's a timed exclusive. Really dope combat style. And they got the combat director from Devil May Cry. Was it 5? 5. To be the combat director of a Final Fantasy game. That's just crazy.
That's going to be interesting. Because the combat in the Final Fantasy remakes, Final Fantasy 7 remake was not bad.
But you played it at the beginning. I played it at the end when it was more refined, and it was pretty. Yeah. It was even better than that.
No, seeing having them fine tune it, I think would be really good for them.
So, like I said, premiere goes on March 18th. Los Angeles. We're going to see Outriders, which is that RPG shooter that they kind of free-to-play thing they got going on there. That people are kind of like, They put out a demo, which was well-received, but it's still kind of like mixed reviews on it.
Yeah, we don't know what we're getting into, basically.
Battling World, which is basically Nights into Dreams, which I'm kind of excited about.
Made by the same dude who did basically the originator of Sonic Team, basically.
Yeah,
like him. I forgot what his name is.
Like the fact that I had a Sega Saturn and I played that game, I have it on Dreamcast, and I think I have an Xbox too.
Yeah, you're a huge Sega fanboy.
Huge Sega fanboy. Sega fanboy. Xbox fanboy, whatever's bad, give it to me, right?
And then they die.
So that's Battlefield.
Yep. The one I see on the list that makes me kind of sort of go like, I don't know if they can save this game is Marvel's Avengers.
Well, they say Hawkeye's been announced, and they say they're not abandoning the game, and they have many things to say to put into the game. I didn't think they were abandoning the game either, but I kind of changed my opinion when they didn't do anything for WandaVision. You know what I mean? I feel like
that's a lot of the stuff that they have for the game are already out. Also, a lot of the stuff that came out for this game was before they were developing the game before the Disney buyout.
Yeah.
So it's still kind of like that's why you don't see certain characters in it, like mutants you don't see in it and stuff like that. And they went with the Inhumans. No, it's a Terrigen Mist thing. It's like cool, but I like other heroes. So, yeah, well, but now they have the ability to use it, so we'll see if they are gonna do something to try to change it, try to fix it. I'm less concerned about the development side of it. I'm more concerned about the customer base, the audience side of it, where they're like, yeah, you got us, cool, we're not gonna do this again, basically.
I mean, you were part of the first people to adopt the game, so I mean, everybody wants. I don't know if they'll completely put the hype train back, but at least on the PlayStation side, once Spider-Man is not released.
When? Because that was supposed to release. That was supposed to release at the beginning of this year, and still no word on it at all.
I mean,
but due to what happened last year, the thing is, the customer base is so like, we don't want to deal with this anymore, that they kind of sort of, a lot of them are like, yeah, right, you're not going to do anything. It's how many people are actually playing this game anymore. Even I've stopped playing the game because there's not really much else to do. Even with the DLC stuff that's come out, there's not really much to do. It's the same. You're playing the same type of gameplay the entire time. It's basically a grind fest, and the characters are kind of fun to play. There's a lot of interesting things out of each character, but it gets old really, really fast. It doesn't keep well. It doesn't keep well at all.
We got Just Cause Mobile, which I don't know how to feel about. We get a new Just Cause at the, I guess, beginning of every cycle or end of every cycle. So I'd rather have a proper Just Cause, and they said they have some more mobile games to announce. But really what I want to see is some Final Fantasy. I'm not going to lie about that. So I don't know. We'll get to see on Wednesday. I'm pretty sure there's some things that they wanted to E3 that they've been saving and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens Wednesday. Square Enix is going to do a little presentation. Maybe I'll blow our socks off. I'll be like, yeah, Just Cause Mobile. Give it to me. Avengers. I want to buy it again. Give it to me.
We'll see.
Yeah. So good morning, FGC.
Is it that time already?
It is that time, my friend. And the hype levels for Guilty Gear Strive are just... I said this before the beta. I said, I think this is the one. I think Capcom killing.
I think people are more like it's been pushed back. I don't know how to live with myself. I can't play any other fighting game anymore.
But the fact that that's a thing, right? The fact that people are just itching to play this game again, right? It's pretty much. I mean, you got most of So if you watch any of the pro player stuff, we got Sonic Fox, Justin Wong's playing it, Hook Gang God's playing. So goodbye Dragon Ball. Dota Doya, we got a couple Say Jams playing it right now. I think he said he wanted to play in a couple tournaments. I don't know how it's gonna work. He's gonna commentate, then go play. You know what I mean? But Maximilian's playing it, and he hasn't played anything consistently since NBC 3.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
that's probably the last game he replayed a lot, consistently on this channel. So
yeah, it was weird though. The last generation of fighting games, there was a lot of games that came out.
Yes,
but the staying power for them wasn't the best for a lot of the titles.
I mean, a lot of those were games that I wish we were getting today with rollback netcode. Remember hashtag no rollback no buy. So
no rollback no buy.
No rollback no buy. Got me thinking, man. I really do think that Guilty Gear. I mean, I don't know what Street Fighter 6 looks like. I've been playing a little bit more Street Fighter 5 right now. I've been winning, but it's Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, you play that game with so little fun in your eyes that you're
I play to beat people so they don't play the game anymore.
That you're just trying to push people off go play Guilty Gear when it comes out. Stop playing this game. That's literally what it is.
People are teabagging me or whatever. I'm writing the messages back just play Guilty Gear, dude.
It's fine. You can do all that on there and have fun.
I mean, who'd have thunk, right? So I really think that Guilty Gear can be the as far as popularity, the Capcom killer as far as fighting game goes. And I say that because On EVO, the last day, that Sunday, whatever the biggest game is, whoever signed up for the most is what we're usually going to be looking at, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that got me thinking about EVO 2021. Will there even be an EVO 2021? Because there's supposed to be an EVO. I think there's supposed to be EVO online. And then we didn't do that because Mr. Wizard got caught up with the
whole the was it the sexual assault scandal,
like that. Yeah, so
like the entire FGC had like a swath cut through it,
and then
with just a lot of accusations come out and stuff.
It was a Smash tournament. People with the what do they call it? The grooming.
We're grooming for this. I mean, some of it was grooming and a lot of it all together for and I say the FGC in the entirety. That's including the Smash guys. It was just a lot of some really weird stuff that was going on. So it put, at the time that it was announced that everything was happening and he had to step down. It was like, what's going to happen to EVO? Well, right now, there's still no official news on what's happening for EVO this year, but they have said they do say on their website that they're going to be having an EVO this year. They don't have any official dates for anything. They have kind of like placeholder dates, I think in like June and August, or July and August, excuse me. But there's no official anything just yet. So hopefully we'll see within the next few weeks, maybe next month and a half, we'll see something.
I mean, with
they're talking to us about it.
And with the vaccinations going on right now, matter of fact, I was just in Mississippi this weekend, and my cousin couldn't come to one of the weddings we were at because he got the second shot and he got a little sick or whatever the case is like that. But the fact that I believe it's 60 plus can get vaccinated now, so my father's getting vaccinated, and then it'll be 40, then 30, and then so you think. EVO usually happens in what? June?
Mm-hmm.
You think we can get vaccinations really spread out by April? They might still want to do an EVO online, but having an EVO would be better than not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say push it. If you're gonna do it, just push it back a little bit.
And would they change? Is the whole thing? Are they gonna change the name of it because of Mr. Wizard? Is he gonna be any part of it? It's a lot of.
I think they're gonna probably end up keeping the name because it's just synonymous with the FGC right now and the global outs right now. So I think they're gonna keep the name. Just you might see some slight differences in the way that they approach certain things or whatnot. I'm more curious about like how they're going to deal with like relations between the different players and stuff like that, especially some of the female players, now that everything has come to like the way that it has this past like year and a half. How they're going to go about dealing with the relationships between male and female players, or male and male players, female players.
Yeah, that was the big thing,
right? male to male players, female to female players. Because I mean, there was a lot of the stuff that was talked about was like people focused primarily on like it was a guy doing it to a girl. There was a couple of them that were actually girls doing it to guys, to younger guys too.
Girl to
girl stuff. So I'm wondering how they're going to do just interpersonal relations during the tournaments and how they're going to do with that for the stuff going on from this point forward when it comes to just the FGC in general. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes forward from this point on, dealing with how is this going to affect the FGC as a whole. So
and more to that point, if there is a EVO or EVO online, I don't think Guilty Gear is going to make the cut for June, right? Or it'll just have came out.
I think it'll eke its way in there. I believe.
I think even if it's not out, it'll still
because it's right now. The dates they have, the placeholder dates, I think it was like July 21st through like August something. So I think it'll be in there. It won't be in June. I don't think it'll be in June. I think it's gonna be later. And I think even CEO might get pushed back a little bit too.
If there even be a CEO, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The CEO anime, I forget what they call it. CEO.
CEO Taku,
exactly, right there. And so it's what's going to happen is going to be an interesting year to see how we're going to maneuver and get into the newness of what the FGC is, or just tournaments are, and us included.
Yeah.
So you gotta see what that's going to happen. So all right, that's going to do it for today's Good Morning Gamer, Good Morning FGC. I'm Red K.
I'm the loneliest wolf by choice.
Be good, be safe, keep playing games, keep your hands to yourself, and get vaccinated. You know,
keep your hands to yourself. No.
that is it. We out.